Hello and welcome to today's episode of CCTV. Hi there and welcome to CCTV, the place to be if you are trying to get more happy, healthy, and fit. I'm Christina Carlyle. I am a nutritionist. I am a trainer. I am a former fat girl who only became a nutritionist and a trainer because I was so sick and tired of being frustrated and fat, and sick and tired of being frustrated and fat and sick and tired, and I couldn't figure out why every diet and exercise program I ever tried really let me down. And I've made some videos about my story and how I lost the weight and kept it off. I recently just made another video about my story about how I became a nutritionist based on a subscriber's request. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback about it. But today's episode, I'm really getting deep and getting personal. What I didn't share with you when I made both of those videos about my story and my story about becoming a nutritionist and a trainer, I kind of alluded to the fact that after the worst year of my life, I stepped on the scale and saw the biggest number I'd ever seen in my life. But what I didn't tell you was that right before I stepped on the scale, I just had a big blowout fight on the phone with my best friend. And this conversation was happening after the worst year of my life. This was kind of like the cherry on the cake, right? Cherry on top. So during this conversation with my friend, who, by the way, I consider my sister, I was in her wedding, like she was my phone a friend, like instantly, like always had her back. She had mine, but for some reason, she just decided to come at me. And she was hitting me hard with personal things, like, and the worst year of my life, by the way, entailed me losing the guy I was going to marry. We broke up. My business failed. I had to close it. I lost a ton of money. And the dust was now settling, and she calls me, starts to pick a fight with me, and she's like, "You suck. Your man left you. You can't even keep a guy. Your business failed. You're such a loser, and you're fat. You're so disgusting. Why don't you just kill yourself?" is what this girl was saying to me. So I'm sitting there like, oh, hell no. I'm like, you're a jerk. Goodbye. Click. Blocked her number. Done. I don't play that game. Did it hurt? Hell yeah, it hurt. And it wasn't just the fact of what she was saying or how she was saying it or the fact that I felt so betrayed. It was the fact that, yeah, she's pointing out some really heavy insecurities. So after that phone call, I was like, damn, like the one that hit me the hardest was the weight. Because I shared in my story, like I was always on these gain, lose, gain, diet and exercise roller coaster ride of strict, insane, intense, psychotic, like obsessive calorie counting and exercising that flipped to a diet or something else that always segued into me binge eating. That just kind of, it was just a shell game of obsessive, binging, diet that I couldn't stand. I'd gain weight, I'd lose weight, and after that comment she made, I stepped on the scale. I saw the biggest number I'd ever seen in my life, and I was like, I am going to figure this out. But every time I tried a diet, every time I tried an exercise program, it wouldn't work for me, and that's how my journey started to become a nutritionist and a trainer. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't for that hate, if it wasn't for what she had said to me, I don't think that would have been enough to motivate me to say, you know what? I'm going to get it together. I'm going to figure this out because I'm going to make her eat her words. I want her to see photos of me and be like, oh my God, she looks amazing. I feel like an asshole, which is exactly what happened. And every single girl that bullied me in high school wants to be my friend now, and half of them have asked me for weight loss and wellness advice. So I was going to make a video today for a completely unrelated topic, and I got this email. I'm going to read parts of it to you. It says, "It's sick. I can't stand myself. I don't know what I need to do to lose. I know what I need to do to lose weight, but I can't seem to get my mind in the right place. I feel so fat. I feel so disgusting. My clothes don't fit. I don't want to go out anymore because I know people will think of me as the ugly fat friend. Everyone's weirded out that I've gotten this fat and I can tell. I bumped into my old modeling agent and he called me a fat ass. I start with so much motivation and I look in the mirror and I see how fat I am. Then I feel like a failure and I start binging. And that is what today's episode of CCTV is all about. What to do when some nasty comments, some nasty shade, malicious comments are thrown your way, how to protect yourself. Do what I did and use that hate to motivate you, okay? You can't go for food. You can't. I know you want to. And if you are, you need to stop. You are putting Band-Aids on your emotional bullet holes. I'm only telling you this because I've been there. You think I didn't want to go to Binge Town after my friend told me to kill myself because I was so fat and such a failure? I wanted to motorboat a cake. But did I? No. Because I went all out obsessed on a mission to make her eat her nasty, disgusting, bitchy words, which is exactly what I'm going to advise that you do. So anytime you find yourself in a situation where somebody's making a nasty, negative comment that makes you feel bad, the first thing you want to do is do what I did and say, "You're a jerk. Goodbye." We're using the word jerk because people don't expect it. You don't hear it that often. They're expecting a different 4-letter word. They want a reaction out of you. But you are not going to give it to them because they don't deserve it. And you deserve better. You didn't deserve that nasty comment. So now you're not going to give them the satisfaction of a reaction. You are going to keep it calm. You're going to keep it classy. You're a jerk. Goodbye. First, they're going to be shocked because they heard the J word and people are like, jerk, what? Then you're going to say goodbye. Goodbye is the most powerful word in the English language. And when you say it, people are like, oh, I'm an option now. She's not playing with me. What if she doesn't come back? This is very effective if these nasty negative comments are coming from a friend, a boyfriend, a coworker, a stranger, anybody. Nobody wants to feel like they're an option. It's extremely effective if it's somebody you live with or somebody who loves you, but they're just not coming to you correctly. And 9 times out of 10, they will apologize. If they aren't close to you, if, for example, they're a friend or they're just like a stranger or like this girl's modeling agent, goodbye. You're not coming back unless I want you back. And by the way, when you are back or when you see me again, your jaw's gonna drop and you're gonna eat your nasty words, okay? It's amazing. It's one of the best feelings in the world. This is, you're using the hate as motivation. Let me be very clear. We're using the hate to motivate. We're not using the weight as like, oh my God, I have to lose weight or this person isn't gonna like me anymore. No, you're losing weight for you. Not your boyfriend, not your mother-in-law, not your friend, not your enemy, not some bully at school, some asshole coworker. No, you're doing it for you. If you're doing it for the wrong person, it's not gonna work. You're using the hate to motivate. You're not using it as your goal. You're not saying, I'm gonna lose weight so I can get them to be my friend. No. You're doing it for you. Gotta be crystal clear on that. Otherwise, you're doing it wrong. It's the God's honest truth. It has to be for you. That motivation has to bubble up inside of you like lava. You have to want it like a drowning man wants air. And using hate, using a malicious comment is a great way to motivate you, to silence that little devil on your shoulder that's trying to get you to binge eat, even though you know it's not good for you. And you know if you do tap out on your diet, if you do skip the gym, you're only gonna feel worse. And every time you feel worse, you're gonna go right back for the food. It's the God's honest truth. So, you're a jerk, goodbye, and you're out. You're gonna get yourself to a place where you're safe and secure. I don't care if you have to take a walk do laps around a hall, go sit in a bathroom stall until you feel better, because you have every right to feel bad, but you do not have a right to self-medicate and abuse food. You're only going to make it worse. You deserve better. If you are doing that, stop it. You're letting them win and you're only hurting yourself. If you have hurt and you give yourself something or do something that's only going to make you hurt even more, who's really winning? If you're hurt, you have to do something nice for yourself to give yourself the love that you just didn't get in the first place. You have to show yourself love. It has to come from you, for your best interest. Respect yourself, protect yourself, do what's right for you. It helps to think of yourself like you're parenting yourself. You may want to kick and scream and shovel cookies and crackers down your throat like you're in your own personal man versus food contest. However, who is that going to benefit? You can't. You have to arrest yourself. You have to put yourself in a, almost like visualize putting yourself in a headlock, like taking yourself out of the situation, breaking that pattern and doing something else that's positive and productive that's going to make you feel good. Take away that nasty, nasty pain instead of using food to artificially get you back up so you're only going to crash. It's going to lead to cravings and set you up on this gain, lose, gain, binge, 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 crash, 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 crave, crave, crave roller coaster ride. It's going to result in more weight, which it's going to make you feel even worse. You have to do something else that's positive and productive that will make you feel good but won't result in a crash. Okay? Do anything else. Break that pattern of going for the pantry, going for the fridge, going for the food, going for the booze. Paint your nails, go get a pedicure, wash your car, blast your favorite song, jump up and down, go to the gym. I'd highly recommend doing some sort of physical exercise, even if you're just doing laps around your office or school or neighborhood. I don't care what it is, because when you exercise, you're going to start your blood flowing. When your blood's flowing, when you're moving, when you're doing actual physical activity, you're releasing endorphins and you're releasing serotonin and some adrenaline. It's going to get you to feel good, but you're not going to crash, okay? Use that hate to motivate you to say no thank you, to keep your eye on the prize, to do what's right for you. And yes, you can tell yourself the same cliche things that everybody else you Google, like anybody else you find online would say. Yeah, it's not you, it's them. They're just jealous, they're mean. Stay positive, stay focused. Yes, but I'm telling you to use that hate to motivate you to make a change, to fix it. It is completely possible. It works if you work it. So if you feel emotionally compromised like that, if some nasty comment is coming at you, you're a jerk. See you later. Goodbye. Then go do something else, positive, productive, preferably exercise, until those feelings pass, until you can get logical, push the emotions aside and deal with it in a way that's best for you in the situation. There are tons of different examples. I don't know who you are, what you're doing personally, or how you want to deal with it. Even if it's an option, you just can cut them off, great. But if it's somebody you love or somebody you live with, I mean, I know you're going to have to figure that out on your own. I can help you specifically, but just for purposes of keeping it easy breezy for this video, you have to make sure you're protecting yourself, staying away from the food and the booze, and doing what's right for you, staying on track, staying focused, and doing it with class. Being true to yourself, being real to yourself, respecting, protecting, and taking care of yourself. That is how the binge eating stops. That is how the emotional eating stops and the weight loss journey starts, and how you can keep it off and it stays off because you're shutting down the bad habits that cause the weight gain in the first place. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope this video helped you. It totally works if you work it. So please work it. You're worth it. And if somebody is making these mean, nasty comments to you, I'm so sorry. It's not you, babe. It's not you. It's all them. But if you are reaching for food, if you are kind of self-sabotaging and self-medicating with food and booze, you deserve better. It's completely possible to stop it. You're the only one who controls what goes in and out of your mouth, and it's up to you to shut it down. And you just gotta break that pattern. Find something else instead of the food. Stop abusing it. Do something else that's fun. Only eat when you're truly tummy rumbling hungry, not emotional. Okay? It works if you work it. If I can do it, you can do it. And if it wasn't for that nasty comment my friend made, the God's honest truth is I'd probably be on the same gain, lose, gain roller coaster ride, and I would not be making YouTube videos. And that's the God's honest truth. So while I wanted to say screw you, F you, you're a jerk, I kind of want to say thank you. Because if it wasn't for that nasty, nasty comment from my former friend, I wouldn't be with you today. Blessings wear disguises, okay? It's completely possible to turn a negative into a positive, but you can't keep going for the negative. You can do this. I promise you can do it. I'm no different from you. I'm not. It works if you work it. Work it. You're so worth it. So I hope you like this video. If you like it, please like it so I know. And if you don't want to miss next week's episode, please subscribe now because I make a new video every Thursday. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time right here, same place every Thursday. Bye.